All right, guys. So what I'm going to cover today, I'm going to do a brief intro about me. I will keep it brief. We're going to go over the 10 job search tips as well. At the very end, if you stick around, I'm going to give you a couple of free gifts, and you're going to be like, oh, this Dre is such a nice guy. There's going to be a Q&A, and the outcome that I want for you guys is that you would have taken some value, and there's going to be at least 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you can actually use and take away. Before I get into this, I just want to tell you a quick story. So I came to WA on Saturday, and on Sunday, the woman that I'm staying with, a friend, like one of my best friends, we went to the beach. And the sand was just golden, beautiful, blue sea. And then we were just chilling, laying back, and she was like, oh, let's go for a dip, let's cool off. So we went for a dip, and I've got to admit that I am probably not like the best swimmer. So I was sort of splashing around in water, which is probably like that deep. And then she went further out, and yeah, a little bit scared. I went a little bit further, and then she was like basically, I could say, up to her neck. And then all I heard was a ah. So I'm not sure if anyone's seen like the news recently. And then she screamed, and she was like, oh, I've been bitten. So what happened at that point? I was thinking, okay, do I run back to the beach, or do I run out and see what's happening? So it's kind of like that fight or flight. So I just want you guys to think about, in that position, what would you do? Can you let me know in the can you let me know in the chat screen, what would you do in my position? All right, so we've got octopus whipping. Yeah. Okay, anyone else? Okay. All right, so what I'll do, if you guys are still around at the end, I'll tell you, call for help if not uncomfortable. I love that. So I'll tell you the end of the story. You just need to remind me at the end. So a little bit of background about me. So I am from England. I've been in Australia coming up 13 years. The reason that I moved out was for an Australian girl. So we met over in London. It was 2006. We spent a couple of years together. 2008, she was on a working holiday visa. And yeah, she and she said to me, oh, Dre, my visa's run out. Like, do you want to come to Australia? At the time, I was selling buy-to-let and commercial finance. I'd lost my job, and I turned around to her and said, look, babe, I love you, but I don't want to go to Australia. So I'm not sure if anyone's seen that movie, Crocodile Dundee. So I was very ignorant, and I didn't really know too much about Australia. So I said to her, babe, look, I love you, but I don't want to come to Australia. And she was like, why not? And I was like, look, if I come to Australia, I'm probably going to end up dying, because you guys have got sharks, snakes, spiders, and I've heard that your drop bears are very dangerous. So if you don't know what drop bears are, definitely Google them. So my background is in recruitment and sales. I've been in it for about 20 years, and you're probably thinking, Dre, you must have started when you were 5 years old. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. So I've got a couple of podcasts, which is the Hot High podcast, Sales Superstar podcast. And these are podcasts where I interview people, so career coaches and the best salespeople in their industry. So that's my particular niche. Those are the people that I've helped. Part of the job search process that I love is the interview process. So I've actually written a book, which has been published, called The #1 Interview Playbook, which is a clever guide to winning your next job. So I love people, I love relationships, and we'll move over to the next one. All right, so with my clients, so I've invested over $50,000 in like coaches and mentors, and these are some of the people that I've worked with. So Tony Robbins, this guy down here, he's basically like changed my life and put me onto the career path that I'm on. This guy in the middle, you've probably may have heard of him, Tom Bilyeu. So he is the founder, so he's a billionaire, and he's the founder, or used to be the owner, of Quest nutrition bars. And we've got Michelle Bridges, Aaron Sensoni, Dale Carnegie here. Well, this is William Farmer, and Quade Cooper, who's a rugby player. So I invest in myself, and I need to be congruent. So if I'm investing in myself, then my clients are investing in myself as well. Drop base. All right, let's all right, let's get into it. So my question for you, so if an interviewer said to you, look, so this is a face-to-face interview, would you like a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or a glass of water? Let me know, which one would you pick? Which one do you think you'd pick? I'll just wait for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, there's about a 10-second delay on this. So when you're asking questions.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay. All right, no problems. Water. Okay, I'll give it another 10 seconds. All right, so yeah, I'm going to agree 100% with Tim. So it's water, and I'll tell you the reason. That's it, Gabriella. Yeah, it's water. So if you think about it, if you've had an interview and it's been cut short, and you're there like sipping your hot tea or coffee, and the interviewer is trying to get rid of you and push you out, that is going to be you're going to be in a very awkward position. Why I reckon you should always say yes to a glass of water or even a bottle of water. This is one of my favorite tips, and I use this in meetings now, is that there's going to be a time in the interviewer where the interviewer is probably going to ask you a difficult question which you haven't prepared for. So what you can do, you pick up your bottle of water, unscrew the lid, take a sip, put the lid back on, put it down, and hopefully by that time you would have been able to come up with an answer. If you haven't, just say, look, I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question? And then hopefully you would have had enough time to come up with something as well. So I hope you like that tip. So they get better and better and better. So that's something you've probably heard of that one. So that is quite common. All right, so this is one of my favorite tips. So negotiation. So say, for instance, you're at that pointy end. So you've gone through the process. The company has said, yes, Dre, we want you. And ideally, you're looking for, say, this is just an example, $100,000. The company have put on the table that they want that they're going to offer you $90,000. So you've gone away. You said that you're going to think about it. You've done your research, you've come back, and what you should do is always have a specific, I can never say that word, figure. So come back with something such as, this is just an example, $109,378.11. So I want you to imagine, and I want you to picture this, that when the decision maker has either got your email or that piece of paper, they're going to be thinking, oh, that is such a specific figure. This person really must have done their homework as well. So it all comes back to perception. So I definitely want you to do your homework, but come back with a specific, I can't say that word, figure, and that will put you in a much powerful position as well. All right, tip number 3 is a lead on from tip number 2. So you may or may not have heard this. So studies have showed that the best days to do negotiations are on Thursday and Friday. And the reason why is, like, think about this. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when you're sort of like really grinding away. Thursday, Friday, people are starting to think about the weekend. So they're thinking about spending time with family, friends, maybe going out for lunch or a few drinks. So they're winding down, and people are a lot more relaxed, and they want to tie up deals before they go into the weekend as well. So make sure, if you're in that position, Thursday and Friday is key. All right, so this is one of my favorites. So using the interviewer's name as much as possible. So when you use someone's name, that's actually their identity, and it's the sweetest sound to somebody's subconscious as well. So definitely don't overdo it, because you'll look ridiculous, but you can say something like, Neil, that's a great question. Or, can you tell me a little bit more about that, Neil? So, but don't overuse it throughout. So it's really, really key as well. So you may or may not have heard of that one. So let me know if you guys are following and if you're finding these tips useful so far. Okay, another one of my favorites is actually standing up. So when you have a phone interview, or in the industry, we call it a phone screen, which typically, awesome, yeah, thank you, Tim. So which typically lasts for about 10 to 15 minutes. When you stand up, you release tension off your diaphragm, you sound a lot clearer, you're more confident, and you're more certain about what you're saying. So with salespeople, they tend to stand up and they're like pacing. So they'll be on the phone and they'll be pacing around. And then when you pace, you're able to think a lot more as well. So there's a saying that your physiology affects your psychology. So your physiology affects your psychology. So that's why it's so important to do some sort of exercise every single day. All right, so that's tip number 5. All right, number 6. If I'm going too fast, just stop me as well. So I want you to think about this. So when some people, I'm not saying you, but when some people are applying for a job, they're sending out, 10, 20, 30, 40 resumes. And then what happens is when they get that call from the recruiter or the hiring manager, it can be a bit of an awkward conversation. So if you're out and about, if you're, maybe like doing like shopping, or you're not in the house and you get a call and it will go something like this. Hi, Mr. Dre. This is Karen from ABC Company. Is now a good time to talk? So 95% of people will say yes. And how the conversation goes next is, oh, I'm so sorry. Can you tell me what your name was again? Can you tell me what company, what job is this about? And that looks so unprofessional. So the best thing to do is just say, look, I'm so sorry. I'm currently in the middle of something. Can I give you a call back later on this afternoon or even tomorrow morning? And then 100% of the time, the interviewer or the key decision maker will say, yep, no problem. Yeah, call me back when it's convenient. And then when you're at home, you can have the job description and also your resume or your CV printed out in front of you. So if they are going to ask you any sort of, like challenging questions, like maybe like some dates or roles and responsibilities, you've got all that information in front of you as well. So I hope you like that one. So lots of people are actually scared to say no as well. So don't be scared to say no. All right, tip number 7. All right, I feel like I'm flying through these. This is one of my favorite tips, and I feel like I'm saying this for every single one. So what one of my clients done, who is actually in like marketing, she printed out a copy of her resume and cover letter. She put it in a fancy box. She got a courier, I can never say that word, courier or a delivery driver. They attached like helium balloons, and also she bought a bottle of champagne, and she sent that, or the delivery driver delivered that to the office. So what I want you to do is imagine what happens when they receive that. So the delivery driver walks in, he puts the helium balloons, the bottle of Moet, and a gift box onto reception. The receptionist picks up the box, walks through the office, and then think what the staff are going to be. They're going to be thinking, I wonder who that's for, and I wonder who that's from. So they're going to be really curious. The receptionist is going to deliver that to the managing director. He's going to see all of these balloons, a bottle of Moet. He's going to stop whatever he's doing, and he's actually going to take notice. And so all my client was asking for was like 10 to 15 minutes just to have a chat about what value that she'd be able to offer and to get an opportunity. So she ended up getting the job. And I know what some of you might be thinking. You might be thinking, Dre, that's great. $100 or $200 is quite expensive. However, another alternative that you could do, so say if you were going into an interview, you can't actually do this with all industries, especially sort of government industries. So you could go onto Facebook, go onto LinkedIn, you could see that the company was having a morning tea, and like maybe they're having a box of fruit or some donuts, and you can buy like a box of donuts for, I don't know, maybe like $10, like $20. You walk into your interview, you give the box of donuts to the interviewer and just say, look, I am trying to score brownie points. Here is a box of donuts for you and the team to enjoy. And then I want you to imagine and picture this. So after you've had the interview, so I'm definitely not guaranteeing that you're going to get the job, but when they put those box of donuts into the lunchroom, everybody else is going to be thinking, oh, okay, like who got these box of donuts? So they're going to be having a chat and they're going to be thinking, wow, you definitely need to hire this person, even though they might be joking, but they will remember you. You're going to leave a lasting impression. You might not get that opportunity, but there may be an opportunity that comes up in the future. And if that's the way that you treat them, just think about how you're going to treat their clients as well. So that's how they're going to think of it. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Gabriella. All right, Perez. Yes. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Tip number 8. So this one is the power of the pause. So when you're communicating, so it's not those pause, but it's pause as in like communication. So when you're articulating your skill set, your knowledge, your experience, and your achievements, you need to know like when to pause, and a pause is so powerful. So what I get my clients to do is to practice their pitch and practice the answer to their questions, not word for word, because you're going to sound like a robot and probably look a bit of an idiot. So just practice those key points. And when that question comes, you know the answer to the question. And I guess it's a bit theatrical. There's a bit of acting. And, you know, they'll say, oh, Dre, can you tell us, you know, about the time that you achieved like 10% over like target? And I'd say something like, yeah, that's a great question. I'd pause for a little bit, pretending that I'm thinking about the question. Then I would deliver my answer. So it's kind of like that you're thinking on your feet, but everything is all planned out and it's very strategic as well. Alrighty. All right, so let me know if you guys find these tips valuable. All right, tip number 9 is such a powerful technique. So it's called box breathing, and it's a technique that the Navy SEALs use. So box breathing is where you suck in air for 4 seconds. So it's, then you hold for 4 seconds, and then you blow out for 4 seconds. And if you do that about 5 or 6 times, that will help calm you down before you go to an interview or an important meeting, or even if it's a Zoom or a Skype call as well. So that's a technique that the Navy SEALs use. And think about what they do. They jump out of planes, they swim in oceans, they shoot people, and like some crazy stuff as well. So they need to be really calm and collected as well. So that is such a powerful technique. All right, tip number 10. Okay, so keep it real. So keep it real. So REAL. So building rapport is all about know, like, and trust. So before anyone is either going to hire you or even buy from you, they need to know, like, and trust you as well. So that is the most crucial thing, because people, it's all about how they feel about you. So they're going to base their decision on emotion, and then they're going to validate with logic. Empathy next is all about understanding. So understanding like the situation, the problem, like the pain point, the situation. So understanding so you know what's going on and not just to reply. And then being your authentic self. So not trying to be anybody else, but being you, which I can't stress how important, because when you're trying to be someone else, or if you're trying to be fake, then people can see through that. And then likability is, excuse my language, is I call it the dickhead policy. So don't be a dickhead. So it's all about, can people see themselves working with you? Are you going to be able to add value to the team, to the situation? And are you going to be there for the long haul as well? All right. So, okay, I've got a bonus tip in here. So this is one of my favorite tips as well. This is really powerful at a subconscious level. So I'm really big on that and influencing people as well. So when it comes up, when you're in the interview and the interviewer says, you know, like, do you have any questions? Or if there's an opportunity within that interview, just say, yeah, I have a question. So my question is, if we fast forward 12 months time for me to have been successful in this role, what would I have to achieve in that time? So the reason that you say yourself is because the interviewer, when they're going to answer that question, is they're going to be thinking of actually you in the role and not somebody else. And they're going to be thinking of what you would be doing and what you would be achieving as well. So all the tasks, the activities, and all those results as well. So that is extremely powerful. And that comes from like NLP as well, which stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. All right, so you might have heard of like Simon Sinek. So Simon Sinek always talks about, you know, what's your why? You know, why are you passionate? What are you doing? Or why are you doing it? So, yep, definitely believe in the why. But I just want to leave you with this. So it's all about as well. So who you are and who are you doing this for? So are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for your family? Are you doing it for your kids? Who are you doing it for? So that is a great driver if you're doing it for someone else. So we will always do more for other people than we will for ourselves. So I work from a place of ecology. So if it's good for my client and it's good for me and it's good for the greater community and good for the greater world, then if that's yes, 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 then I will move forward with my decision. All right, so this is, so at the very beginning, I said that I would leave you with a gift. So this is my Facebook group. So I've got coming up to about 700 people in the group. And the free gift is you can download a PDF copy of my book, and also a PDF copy of how to get a job fast without using job boards, even if you suck at interviews as well. So it's got a great strategy in there. So yeah, please let me know if you have any questions at all. And yeah, I'll be happy to answer them.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. All right. Can I stop sharing my screen?
Yeah, I did that for you. Don't worry. That was very busy. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we've dropped off quite a few people over the last since like 1 a.m. So I'm sorry there wasn't as much.
Was it something I said?
No, nothing at all. No, we've dropped off quite quickly since from like 1, 2 a.m. until now. We've just had people drop off, but we've still got a lot of people on here, and there's also that delay as well by like 10 seconds. But if anyone's got any questions, then please drop them in. Also, if anyone ever wants to send me some champagne and balloons, I'm up for that. If I'm always, if you ever need a 15-minute chat, I know I give them out for free, but if you want to send Moe's good, yeah? Verve Clicquot, LP Rosé, anything like that, yeah? But the good stuff, right? Let's not, I'm not giving out 15 minutes for free. But no, I love that tip. I really like that. You're right, though. It'll get people's attention, right? Like, you can't not see that. You can't look away from that. And I think it's a fantastic tip. Is this something that you teach to the people you're coaching at the moment? How much success have they had with it?
Yeah, so there's only one woman that's done the champagne and the balloons, but there's other people that have done like donuts and like box of fruits. So it's probably a 50-50. So it's definitely not going to get you the job, but it does. They will remember you as well.
It gets you the attention, right? It might get you the phone call. And that's the whole point, right? The whole point of most of this is about visibility, right? It's about standing out from the crowd. Yeah. It's about doing something that everyone else, no one else is doing. Because right now we're in that market, right, where there's just hundreds and hundreds of people applying for a role where before there was only 10 or 20, right? And that's what you're trying to compete with. So again, if anyone wants to send me champagne, I'm really happy with that.
or me. Oh yeah, thank you guys.
Any of those.
Yeah, thank you, Tim, Gabriella, Faraz. Yeah, appreciate you guys as well, and everybody else as well. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it, mate. Yeah, I'm sorry there's not as many people on here as there was a couple of hours ago. But like I said, this is going to be clipped up and sent out and to everyone over the next couple of days. So it will be, everything's going to be highlighted. Gabrielle, I've used that's a great question to the interview. It does give you time to think. Perfect. There you go.
Love that. Yeah, I've taken coffees, chocolates. Oh, loving this. Yes, it's like social proof. Yeah.
It's nice. It's good when you see that, isn't it? Yeah, no, I followed your tip and it works.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. it does. I say it a lot, but it does actually work. Oh, listen, bud. How can people find you if they want to like tap you up after this?
Yeah, the best way is Dre McLaughlin, either on LinkedIn or Facebook. So I've got an assistant that looks after all of my social media. It will actually come through to me if you send me a messenger. Like on LinkedIn, I get like hundreds of messages, and I do miss some as well. So I apologize, or I get back to people like really late. So Facebook, if you want to get through to me really quickly, then Facebook is the quickest way.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be. The reason I asked is I'm going to be clipping this up and sending it out afterwards in an email to everyone. So we had, I think, 855 people in total across the whole thing so far. So it's going out.
Amazing. You've done an incredible, phenomenal job, Neil. So yeah, thank you for inviting me on, and it's amazing.
Yeah, no, sorry. No, thank you so much for your time. It was honestly, I needed this energy. I needed the energy from you, like listening to you now, because I've got 4 more hours to go, and I'm just like, right, where am I going to get this energy from? I'm getting it from Dre. Yes, because I got a voice note from you before, and I'm like, yes, Dre's going to come on with energy. I know he is. So, Look, brilliant.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Is there anything you want to leave the guys with before we jump off? Any sort of final thought you want to leave everyone with?
Yeah. Could be a quote, but it's so what I find. So I'm probably more of a confidence coach than anything else, and it really comes down to lots of people face fear, and it's just even I face fear like now. So it's just taking action. So decide what you want, then commit to it no matter what, and then just take action. So people are scared of taking action, and then once you take action, you might win, you might lose, but you learn more. I wish I would have learned this so much earlier in my life, but you learn more from your failures and losing. And if there's an opportunity that you really want, you don't get it, it just means that there's going to be another opportunity around the corner as well. And on this event, there's so many amazing career coaches or job search coaches from around the world. And having a coach, this is why I showed a picture of my coaches and mentors, is the quickest or the shortcut to success. So they are people that have been there, they know the industry, and it saves so much time as well. So that's why I've got business coaches and everything as well.
No, fantastic. And please, everyone, go tap up Dre on LinkedIn, Facebook, any way that you can get hold of him for some more tips and advice, and also for that free gift, right? So yes. I'll send a link round to that in the email that's going to go around in a couple of days with these videos and everything. So brilliant. I mean, thank you so much, man. I really I really appreciate you coming on.
Awesome. All right, thanks, Neil. Yeah, right. Good luck for the next 4 hours. Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks, buddy. Cheers. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Speak to you soon.